Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing my beauty empties. So all the things that I emptied in February that are not makeup and do not count for my inventory are in this empties video, and I hope that sounds like something you're interested in today. We're going to have some skincare in here, some tools, maybe some body care, hair care, all the things. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I do hope that you'll want to stick around, that you'll subscribe before you go. With that said, for those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high-end colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry. As a field leader for Ulta Beauty, I get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education here on my platform, but ultimately, I just like to talk about makeup. So I'm out here talking about makeup. Empties videos are one of my favorite things to do and to watch because you get to see somebody's true tea review of the product. They've used it all up. So I hope that you all stick around, and I hope that you find that this channel brings solace to your soul in the way it brings solace to mine. And let's jump into this empties video. Okay, so you guys can see there is some crazy sunshine coming through the crazy windows that I sit amongst in this room. I am in a fishbowl. This whole room is 3 sides windows, 1 side wall and door and closet. So the sun does like to peek its head through here. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think that it has gotten past the point where it might want to be in my face. I do think it's going to go down from this point forward, but if it starts to kind of rear its head up into my face, I might have to pause this, move along, little doggy, and we'll come back when the sun is not in my face. I have a few empties. I have a few beauty empties to go over with you guys. I do have some skincare, some body care, some hair care, some tools, some stuffs. Again, this is just the beauty product empties that do not count for my makeup inventory, right? My beauty rehab series that will come later this month, in which I will go over all the makeup empties that I had, as well as anything that I'm hauling in the month that could be in any category, right? Makeup or beauty. So that video will come later this month. This is just beauty empties that do not cater to my beauty budget. Let me know if you guys would like me to do the skincare, body care, hair care, beauty haul in the beauty empties video instead of in the beauty rehab series that I do, because typically in that video I will come to you and I will show you everything that I've hauled in, including gratis, and sometimes that is hair care, skincare, all those things, but those things don't really count towards my beauty bank anyways in terms of beauty rehab. So putting them with these empties would give you a little bit more to watch, I guess, but also I typically have a bunch of empties. So let me know how you guys feel about it. I would be interested to hear your thoughts and change it up if that's what you want, but let's jump into these. I do have just a few things in here, honestly. The first thing is this, and this is just the bag from the Shiseido cotton squares that I purchase or have purchased in the past. I don't purchase them anymore, but this was the last bag of Shiseido cotton squares that I had in my collection that I purchased something like 2 years ago. I haven't purchased makeup wipes or cotton squares. I didn't purchase them at all in 2022. And I think I stopped purchasing them about halfway through 2021. So this was a pack that I had laying around for ever. What I have tried to do as of the last year and a half is be a conscious consumer in terms of the environment, and try and be more impactful to our environment. So I've stopped purchasing these things and instead use things like reusables, because it just helps the environment out so much. I have probably 12 of these makeup erasers on rotation, and then I have a bunch of the reusable rounds as well that I use. So I just don't use these anymore, but I did have several of these in backup when I decided that I wasn't going to purchase them anymore. These ones I did buy at TJ Maxx. They were only like $7.99, yeah, for the whole pack, and there was, I think, 120 in this pack. It was one of the larger packs. I lied to you. The sun is coming up into my face, but we're gonna barrel through. We're gonna try and make this work. 165. There were 165 in here. This was, you know, I did have quite a few in backup when I decided I wasn't purchasing them anymore. But that is the last pack, and you shouldn't see those ever again in my empties. Just saying. I won't repurchase those because of all the things that I just told you, but those are amazing cotton squares. I think that they are so soft, and they're like multi-ply, so you can pull them apart and actually have two squares for the price of one, so to speak. Really, really great cotton squares. And if I ever did purchase cotton squares again, it would be those ones. Sometimes you get like cotton squares, and even the Ulta Beauty brand I don't love because they're kind of scratchy. These ones were never scratchy, never. They're soft and pillowy and beautiful and feel good and just amazing cotton squares. So I won't repurchase them, but if I had to, those would be the ones that I would. So this is also empty, and it's in a little baggie, or it's got a baggie wrapped around it because it is a mess. I don't know if you guys know anything about these like wallflowers from Bath and Body Works, but if you leave them in the plug-in for too long, they start like oozing goo. That sounds so disgusting, but they really do start oozing goo, and there is goo all over this component. So I do have it wrapped up in a baggie so that it doesn't get gooey everywhere. I love wallflowers. They're like $6.25 or $7.25 a piece at Bath and Body Works. They permeate all of the areas that they are around. If you leave the door, like I have one in here, and the door is open and it has the option to permeate the entire living room. It does. I have 3 in my house at all times going. One in my son's room because boys' rooms stink. One in my bathroom and one in here. And usually the whole house smells like a myriad of those scents. This one, I cannot remember what scent this was, but right now this stinks so bad. And I think it was because it was in the burner for too long, but I would repurchase all the wallflowers. I repurchase them all the time, so I'm going to call that done, and yes, I would repurchase it. The next thing I have is this, and this is the Tree Hut Cocoa Colada Shea Sugar Scrub. You guys, I use these in the shower to slough off the, you know, dry skin cells off of my body. I use it every single time I shower to exfoliate my skin. I love these. I will continue to repurchase them. They come in a myriad of different scents, and this one is actually one of my favorites. It smells a lot like, well, right now this was in here, so it smells a lot like this, but it smelled a lot like coconut. It had some really nice like tropical scent to it, and I would repurchase it in a heartbeat. I love these Shea Sugar Scrubs. They're really gentle but do a really nice job of exfoliating your body. The next thing I have in here is a skincare product, and it is the Dermalogica Dynamic Skin Recovery with SPF 50. This is a product that I was using as a moisturizer slash SPF. It's got a really high SPF in it, but I also found that it did wonders for the dry chafiness of my skin where I placed it. And I used it on my hands, I used it on my elbows, I used it on my face. I used it wherever I needed lotion, but I also used it wherever I needed 50 proof sunscreen, which was largely on my face. This little tiny sample size lasted me forever. This is 12 mLs, so 0.4 US fluid ounces. and it lasted a really long time. To be honest, you need very little of this product to go a long way on your skin, and I love that about this. I didn't love that it kind of left a little bit of greasy feel to the skin that I placed it, where I placed it, but I mean, whatever. It was good. It was a really good moisturizer and a really great SPF because it's SPF 50. So I would repurchase this. I love Dermalogica as a brand, as a skincare brand. They are fantastic, and I own a lot of Dermalogica and will continue to own a lot of Dermalogica. I love this product. I would repurchase it. And it is part of their Age Smart line, so it's got really great, like, maturing skin ingredients to it as well to help combat or fight aging, which I love. We all should love. I just have one tool, and this is a Real Techniques brush. This is the domed shadow brush. And, you know, if you've been around for a minute, you know I'm kind of on this journey of trying out all the brushes in my collection because I have a ton of them, and really pinpointing the brushes that I really love to use on my eyes, my face, my wherever. My eyes and my face mostly because that's where we use brushes, right? Why would I say or wherever? I've really been on a journey trying to find the perfect brushes for my collection. I do not need the, I think probably 400 brushes that I have. I don't need all these brushes. So when I use a brush and find that I hated using it, it didn't bring me joy to use it, and I struggled more than not by using it, then I just I clean it and I put it into my empties. There's nothing wrong with this brush. I probably will give it to my daughter. I just don't like how densely packed it is and how hard it is really to use on my like relatively hooded small eyes. I love a little tiny brush, and I like a fluffy brush, and this just isn't it. Okay, I have another skincare item, and this one took me forever to use. This is the 111 Skin Nocturnal Eclipse Recovery Cream, NACY2. I don't know what that means. I did get this in, I believe, a BoxyCharm or maybe an Ipsy Plus. I'm not really sure. But this is the, component. And listen, this is a really, really nice moisturizer. I did use it all the way up. That's down in the bottom isn't even enough to cover probably my hands, to be honest. But I really like this cream. This is, however, very, very heavy. It's like a thick night cream. I think of Pond's night cream. Really, really thick, really, really luxurious feeling. It took me forever to use it because literally this is 1.7 fluid ounces, and that is a lot for how much you have to use of this product. I'm not going to put it on super thick on my face, and when I use this, I literally would take my finger, dab it in, and use whatever was left on my finger, dot it on my face, and then rub it in. And that was it. That was all I needed. So this took literally forever to use. I am so glad that this moisturizer is done, but I am also bummed because it was a really good moisturizer. I really do feel like it was the recovery cream that it boasted to be. I would never repurchase this because of how expensive this is. And I can't remember exactly how expensive it is. Let's look it up. But it's something like $170 something for a moisturizer. Granted, it did last me for flippin' ever, but I'm quite certain it was probably expired by the time I got done with it because, like I said, it's been probably years at this point. Let's look it up. Okay, I was only off by about, $100. Why? Why is this so expensive? Yeah, this is the 1.7 ounce. You guys, can you see that? Probably not. I am going to take a screenshot because The background is white, so it's not going to show up very well. $280 for this. There's no way in hell I'll replace that. But my God, it was amazing. I used every last drop of it, and I'm glad that I did, because it's so dang expensive, and it's really good. Like, when I was using it really religiously, I could see the impact it was making on my skin. The next thing I have in here is this, and this is the Ulta Beauty Brush Cleanser Solid. And inside of it, I do have the little dude that came in the Beauty Blender one. I don't know why I keep this. I think it's just to keep the soap in one spot. I'm not sure, because the soap stays in one spot. I'm not sure. This is empty, and you know, I had used all this, put it into an empty, and then bought a refill and put it in here, and now that refill is also gone, and the refill was actually a beauty blender. However, the Ulta Beauty Solid is no different from the Beauty Blender Solid, except for in price. So much more expensive, and it does just the same things. It smells better, I feel like. And I think that there's more in here than what there is in the Beauty Blender Solid one. So I will continue to repurchase the Ulta Beauty one, because there's nothing wrong with it. Currently, I have one from Real Techniques that I picked up at TJ Maxx, and I'm not certain about this guy. This guy is more of like a kind of a jelly, which is real weird to me, because I've never used a jelly for cleaning my sponges before, but this is how I clean my sponges on a daily, is by using these solids. So they will get repurchased. Just the one that I will repurchase will be different from the one that I have been repurchasing over and over and over again. And then the last thing in here is this Chi Vibes Wake and Fake. This is a smoothing dry shampoo is what it says, or soothing? Yeah, soothing dry shampoo. I think this is a travel size or a mini. It's not very big. It's only 2.6 ounces, and I do think that this comes in something like a 12 ounce or something like that. I don't know. I think this is a travel size. It's just super skinny. I did get it in gratis. I do love it, but I'm not 100% sure why it's called soothing dry shampoo. Really pretty bottle. I love Chi. I love Chi's products. I love Chi's dry shampoo. It's not a bad dry shampoo. It does smell really good. It smells like flowers. It smells good. I would repurchase it. It smells good. The one thing that I did not love about this is that when my hair starts getting, you know, rooty, or if I have a dark color, I can't use this because it leaves so much white residue. It's not even funny. But also, if you use this too much, your hair feels really like almost doughy. Does that make any sense? Like, if it has this really like you put a mask on it and didn't wash it out, is what it feels like. I don't know, doughy is not the right word, obviously, but yeah. I did like it. I would repurchase it when I have light hair, but I have a ton of dry shampoo, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. But I loved it. I did. I had a good time with it, and it was really great for travel. So with that said, that's all the beauty empties that I have for you today. I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and there was no like shampoos or conditioners in here today, which I feel is weird, because I feel like I always have shampoo and conditioner because my kids like to use it as bubble bath, but I didn't have any today, which makes me happy. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope that you and yours are well. I hope that you all had a fantastic February, and that you're ready to go for March, and that we're ready for spring and heat and warmth, because I know I am. I hope that you and yours are well, that you're happy, that you're healthy, and that you're safe, and that you're getting along as best you can in this world that we're living in. And I hope that you are all loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.